Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Wonder Egg Priority. Last week's episode, let me tell you, last week's episode had everything. We had arcades, we had bowling, we had friendship, we had friends coming over to other friends' houses, we had friends fighting with other friends because some of our friends are way more blunt than the other ones and the other ones get uncomfortable. We had egg girls, we had wonder girls, we had history about Sawaki, we had revealing that Sawaki is Momo's uncle, we had Koito stuff, we had Rika being really blunt and other people being uncomfortable about it. We had Neru being uncomfortable because she can't relate to people. God damn. We had the fact that Momo seems to genuinely like her uncle and thinks that he's a good guy. You know, the way that most people think that most people are pretty good people, and then they find out that they're serial killers. Who knows? We had uh, 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 a whole metaphor on the pressures on girls to value their youth and the temptation. Oh, I hate using that word because that word got used in a weird context that I don't like. For valuing youth and not valuing themselves as human beings who are like, valuable beyond their attractiveness to men. Yeah. Um. There was a lot in the last episode, and it made me go. And it was really cool. It was a super 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 good episode. Just the flashback scenes around all of the Koito stuff and the eye stuff and the Sawaki sensei stuff give me so much fodder that leads in so many different directions that the mystery maintains its strength, but still I feel like I'm getting closer to the answers of the mystery. And that's a really hard line to walk, and they walk it fucking perfectly. So I'm still really into Wonder Egg Priority. The show is still nailing it as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Good job, Wonder Egg Priority. We did have some conflicts between our characters, partly, maybe mostly, because of Rika being very blunt and I guess you could say saying what everybody has been thinking, which is what if Sawaki Sensei really is a problem and actually caused problems here. And that got interesting. And then we got some more conflict because Rika was like, why are we even doing this? Can we just stop buying eggs? And thus the title of the previous video, Reverse Psychology. Aka and Ura Aka use some crazy little tricksiness to get our girls to keep doing what they're doing. Clearly they have ulterior motives, and we should not trust individuals who buy into the systems that cause the oppression, abuse, and trauma of all of these characters. And they still seem to be furthering those systems and ideas, which is a bit of an issue. Okay. Cool. And then we just sort of left off with our egg girls or our wonder girls going into the egg buying location individually. Some of them saying hi to each other, some of them not. And I'm not entirely sure how we left that off, whether they're still cool or not. I'm just not positive. I think they are. Regardless, the next episode is titled Punch Drunk Day, and I have no idea what that refers to. Is somebody going to get a concussion and walk around being stupid all day? That actually might be really fun. Probably not. Probably going to have a totally different meaning. But that's what we're here for. That's what we're going to watch. Let's freaking watch it. I've got episode 6 of Wonder Egg Priority up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions. Picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description down there. Timer on YouTube. A beep beep timer. Bathtub? Water? Vending machine? Why? Whoa! Oh, fuck! That was cool. Ah! Run, eye patch girl, run! Oh, gee. Oh, fuck. That's new. What? Oh. Auntie. Is that just Shirabe? It's just Shirabe. What the fuck? Envy and spite. Okay. Cool. Cool. Got it. Haters after the heroes. For sure. We're heroes? Interesting moment. All right. Hello, Shirabe. Do you not speak? Oh. Uh, so if we can't save them, we just focus on maintaining. Cool. Hey, we got a title drop. We got a fucking title drop. It happened. I don't know what it means still, but okay. I'm going to while the OP is playing, I'm going to Google report contact consult and see if only Wonder Egg things come up. Ah. Horenso. So it is a serious, it's a thing woven into Japanese business culture. Cool. But how does that, it doesn't apply to HR problems in the same way. Oh. Crack. Oh, it's gray. So, we didn't victory. Hey, we got the photos. Hey. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Up and at 'em. Up, up. Yep. Up. Ah, we have a group chat. Yay. Yatta. Hmm. Yeah, why are you doing this? I do, but why are you doing this? Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Explain. Ahem. Have a talkie with Sawaki. Ugh. Well. Uh-huh. That's all I got. Hi, hi. When are we going to Akka's? Ah, pushing everything away. Brushing things off. Don't be like that, I. That's weird. Hmm. 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 Oh, okay. Whoops. Broke a window. Hmm. Ignore the haters. Fuck the haters! Yeah, what's that? You can walk? Ooh! Ooh, magic items. Ooh, magic items. Yeah, what's the downside? Why are they so valuable? What are they? Ooh, they're grief seeds. What? Are they henshin items? Are they fucking henshin items? Yeah, of course. Yeah, and obviously one of them is for each of you. For sure. Eh? Way. What? What? They're legit eggs? While you're all alone. Oh. They're like baby birds? Come in. Okay. Return. Yeah. Gross. No. This is weird. Oh, hi, I. So she's having the punch drunk day. It. Communication. You seem a little off, dude. Sure. Again, brushing things off. Oh, turning a girl down. Classic. Ah. Oh, hi. I still love her character design. So everybody ends up alone somewhere. And then they try to hatch the thing. Venny. It would be Wenny, but whatever. Ah, Latin. Oh, what the fuck? Ah, hello again, Shirabe. Yeah, what is it like in this world? It's Wade Anchor, right? Oh fuck. Uh uh Screw fuck the haters, eat the haters. All right. I mean, that's cool. What does that mean? What? I'm terrified. I'm going to die? Hmm. Precisely. But is it real or are you chuny? Or are they real things that others don't notice? You see behind the veil? Hmm. 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 Well, I mean, the supernatural obviously exists in this world, so. Ha! It's invisible? It's genuinely invisible. Ah! The boss is here. Ah! That's why. Uh-huh. Fingers touch just barely. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's not school. Oh, fuck. It's precisely what I thought it was. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Otto. I think I broke my pen. It's now bent. And she says nothing. Of course you're super into that. Oh boy. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Oh god. Of course you would say that. No, I hate Sawaki-sensei. You just haven't seen him in a while. Wow, okay. Might be a super creep. Super creep. He's super creepy. Yikes. Oh, I didn't put that together. Right. Right. That's a very fair statement. Yep. Yup. That doesn't mean shit. Right. Yeah, it's all still up in the air. Like, oh, mama. No, what weird problems have intruded? Oh, absolutely. Simplest. Oh boy. Ha. Is it though? Oh fuck, we're back? Oh fuck, we're back. The boss is here, and it's fucking invisible. There's nothing there. So, what do you do when you're fighting against villains that aren't villains? Problems that you can't see. Fuck. This is amazing. Ow! And the music is sick. You need to point out where it is to us, dude. You need to point us. Ah. Oh, the beads allow it? Oh. What the fuck is happening? Oh no. Can't tell if accurate or denial. Denial. Sick. Oh. Heroes. A hero's entrance and a hero's exit. Leon, the I would not fuck with that more if I didn't have to. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There might be limits. Oh, okay. You're cute. Good. Oh. Ah, shit. This makes things so much more complicated. What is... Okay. It's the bath. You'd leave Leon out there? Uh-huh. Oh, the beads. Does she think the beads will let her see something? Huh? Does she think the beads will let her see something about Sawaki? What are you doing? What are we doing? What's the goal here? This is a great scene. That is a great shot. I don't know what those flowers are. Okay, what was this for? That's got emotional context. Watashi... Don't say what I... Oh! Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's great. What? What? So this is a no progress episode. Focus on maintaining the status quo, and then leading into it was a passing shower with the emotional weight of that. Like, it wasn't, your life isn't over, it was a passing shower of depression or sadness. But it's not. I really did do a number on this pen. It still works. No, it doesn't. It broke. After school at 14. Or is that... No, we're on 6. That's 7. 8 is the recap. Cool. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna skim and then I'm gonna thank. Also, I need more tea, so I'm gonna go get more tea after I skim for a second, but I want to skim first. So, Egg Girl, rip that shit off, become haters. You've stood out too much and you're becoming heroes. Now the haters will fight you. Cool. We meet Yae. She'll regenerate. We're unable to do this right now, so we maintain the status quo, and she'll regenerate in less than 10 minutes. Protect her until the egg, blah, blah. That's your top priority. Society is built on report, contact, consult. Say it out loud and share it. That. Say it out loud and share it is the redefining report, contact, consult. But I did Google report, contact, consult. I keep saying contact instead of ho hokoku renraku sodan for report, contact, consult. And it's got its basis in engineering and like other things like that, and collective decision making. And the contrast is to the American business model, where often they will, like, individual engineers will try to fix something themselves, decide that it's a simple fix, and then do it themselves. The opposite idea, the report, contract, consult, is report the issue, not keep it to yourselves. Contact the relevant people, the foreman or the coordinator or similar. Instead of assuming that they can fix it themselves, they should also consult with others to get their advice. So turning a single solitary problem into a collective problem-solving situation. And that's great. It's a great idea. But we've already raised the questions about this that I think are most relevant, which are: what if the people you report to are a part of the system that furthers this sort of behavior? What if they don't listen? What if the people you contact don't listen to you? What if they're your parents and they don't help? What if they're teachers at your school and they don't help? What if they're wrong, or they're the cause of it directly, or you go and report something and it gets your father fired because you were just supposed to take it, right? Like, it doesn't always work. It's a great ideal, but it doesn't always work. Regardless, it brings us into, this is our Wonder Egg priority, and that's pretty cool. I love that we get the title drop. It's fun, just a thing that I enjoy in general, and it was a rough day. 2 times wake up, Omarice, yay, being way too nice. Why? Because she's gonna foist a thing about her trying to date Sawaki-sensei onto her today. Uh-oh. And I is off it. She is punch drunk. Not exactly. Punch drunk is like you're concussed and you're like, but she is, it is an emotional punch in a lot of ways. And she acts like it all fucking day, skipping around and then fucking destroying things. Nightmares like this, right. treat us like heroes, solution in mind. Uraraka brings this, very much the Maho Shoujo thing that we're doing here. Like, these are almost like henshin items. They're the cool little amulet things that they have. Turns you into a Symphogear user, turns you into a magical girl. This is what you need to do that. And they're not quite as directly on the nose for our characters' designs as, for example, their eggs in the OP are, because the eggs in the OP are like the sweater and Rika's jacket and Neru's like well-to-do clothes and all that shit. These are a little different, but this one, the one that I ends up with, is her bedside, right? It's night, and it's kind of the opposite of her sunflowerness, which is weird. But they are super cute, and they get them. Great. Latin stuff, come and go, or come and return. Yeah, you seem different. Just the moment when she first turns her head over, she looks like a seal for some reason. That's what it makes me think of. Like an elephant seal? Maybe it's because they like flop their heads back and then their trunk sort of flop back too. I don't know. Still love this character's character design. Doing these split frames to speed things up is pretty cool. And also I really like the dark border around them. It's fun too. Creates kind of a collage-y feeling. And they all do it, and we have little cute, really overly cute little animal things. Why? What? 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 What is this? What is this shit? Are we trying to sell toys? Or is there a reason for this? Because we had no reason to introduce haters and then introduce a thing that defeats haters. It didn't do anything for the story, did it? It fully didn't, right? They still fulfill the exact same role as the Sino evils, right? The Mite Mifu, blah, blah, blah. They still fill the exact same role. They're the scary thing that comes and attacks you. So did we introduce the haters just so that we would introduce the weird animal companions? And where are we going with this? This isn't necessarily criticism. I'm just curious what the fuck is going on. I still think they're kind of cool and they're kind of cute and stuff, but why? This is a show where everything has been like tea-style, deeply steeped in symbolic representations and symbolic meaning, and then colorful animals. So they must have some meaning. There must be some reason for this shit, but I don't know what it is. Not even a little bit. Okay, we meet Shirabe, who is named Yae. She's cute. I like her character design. Also, however, she is a Chunibyo archetype. She's carrying around a stitched together stuffed animal, has an eye patch over one eye that she presumably doesn't need, which also gives a little bit of a connection to Otto Ai. But here's the question, and it's a question that is fully not answered over the course of the episode. Did she ever actually see anything? Now, we live in a world where spiritual weird shit is going on. These egg fights are presumably happening. Akka and Uraraka are presumably talking mannequins that can also talk out of trash cans if they want to. Weird shit happens in this world. There could be ghosts and weird things out there. But does Yae actually see them, or does she just believe that she sees them? And does she get put into an institution because nobody else can see what she can really see, or because she's making shit up all the time? Or even if she's not making shit up all the time, schizophrenia happens. It's a thing that's real. It's people like full hallucinations occur. Totally possible. And we don't get enough information to know on anywhere on that spectrum between fully seeing things that are really there all the way over to schizophrenic delusions. We have no clue. And that's pretty accurate as a representation of how an individual who meets someone who might be schizophrenic has to treat them, because they are entirely real to that individual, minus those not few, but those individuals who have such psychological disorders and are fully aware of their psychological disorders and try desperately to ground themselves in reality as much as they can, where they'll be like, oh, who was that? And you're like, there, nobody walked by. And they're like, oh shit, that was just an illusion. Okay. There's a whole fucking range of, I hate using words like crazy in this context, but there's a whole range of crazy. Now, is Yae a Chunibyo girl, or is she seeing things for real? Or is she seeing real things that nobody else sees? Don't know. Don't know. Can't know. The question is not whether this or whether that, it's how do you respond to it and how do you act? And it is crucial because we're going to skip to the end here. It is only when I does two things. She acknowledges the possibility that she might actually, I mean, she by yelling, no, 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 it's not true, I don't, but she's still seeing the visions and thinking it through. Gets the beads and can see, right? Well, I guess, okay, it actually happens here. So the prayer beads are thrown. Don't kill that girl. The prayer beads are thrown. She grabs them and can see. And it's in this moment where she's opening her eyes to what is beyond what she can actually see, where she sort of, like, maybe she touches the beads and sees the thing. Or maybe it's the will to believe that the thing is there and that it's very real for Yae, even if it's not real for her, that does something, right? Either way, it's a moment where she simultaneously delves into herself and expands her consciousness outward that allows her to see the creature. But these moments, flash, 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 and those eyes, flash, 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 there's some fucking shit here. And Koito is no innocent little girl. And I don't mean in like a pervy way. Like, there's something venomous going on. I mean, we draw her with slitted pupils, right? Like, oblong slitted pupils. That's not necessarily an indicator, but like we register that kind of little change in character designs, or that kind of little part of character designs immediately. It's in the eyes. Combine that with the almost venomous way that she was like, well, if Sawaki's, if you're not confident in yourself, you should just drop out. It is Sawaki sensei's job on the line, right? It's his light, or not his job, but his dreams. Maybe there was some weird, unstated mutual jealousy thing going on. I don't know. It's confusing. Okay, so we'll get back to the point where they started dating. From nothing, from the ether. And to bring it back to just the specific context of Yae, in interacting with this person, I, at this point, chooses to acknowledge that what she says is true. That, more than fighting the girl that manifests, seems to be the thing that saves Yae. The moment when she hugs her and the spiritual thing may be real, maybe just a figment of Yae's imagination. You can see me, miss. Yes, but I can't be your friend. Hugs her. I bet it was tough dealing with these monsters all on your own. She stops. You believe me. This is what saves her. And doesn't, because she still puffs into fucking smoke. But she gives her a moment of comfort at this last moment. I want to hear the way that she says this. There's also the parallel that I sees Sawaki Sensei as a monster and nobody else does. That's a thing too. But we don't know. We just don't know. There's so much fucking stuff that we don't know. Why don't we know more stuff? It was a passing shower. All of this run, and we set it up as though I really thought she was going to say, I'm in love with you, because that's what, like, other people had said before. Going to school. Okay, you're gonna go to school. Neat. There is still so much in this episode to unpack. I'm gonna have to skim it again, but I'm also going to go and grab more tea because I'm out of tea. So I will do that, and I'll see you in a second. Peace. Gosh, where did it come from? Okay, I went to ANN to look up some stuff. Specifically, I was interested in this storyboarder for this episode because there are a lot of scenes where the timing of everything is so freaking precise and like right on. And I don't mean like individual cut timing. I mean like the scene timing and the way that the flow happens timing. We'll talk about it on both the I needs to wake up scene and the reveal of Sawaki Sensei and Ai's mom want to date scenes. Both of them have this like really precise nature to them that makes me think that it's the responsibility of the storyboarder who writes all these things out and writes out the frame timings mostly. But I just went through the lists of both the storyboarder and the episode director for this episode. Keisuke Shinohara is the storyboard artist, and Yusuke Yamamoto is the episode director. Yamamoto-san is a super prolific director and storyboarder himself. And nothing on the entire list of things that he's worked on indicates to me that kind of like power. A lot of things that I haven't seen for sure, but none of the things that he has worked on strike me as like, oh yeah, that's got really precise timing to it. Likewise, Keisuke Shinohara hasn't done that many things. He directed A3 season Spring and Summer, which is okay. One episode of Flip Flappers, which is great. A single episode of Little Witch Academia, some Kisniver, and none of it like hits that particularness of this episode. I don't know. I did, when going back through this, end up with two full of these little pages, but two full little pages of notes. So let's go through them and go back through the episode once more with me actually talking about stuff. So see no evils are see no evils, and then they become haters, anti. See no evils are passive followers, passive individuals who enable and validate abusers in society by allowing them to continue what they're doing and simply saying nothing. Protecting abusers by silence. Haters, however, are active and they actively hurt others. But why? Well, by fighting the Wonder Killers, by standing up for ourselves, by standing up for other people, our girls immediately they step outside of their roles as such, and they become heroes and thus targets of other people who don't like people stepping outside of their roles. Just the idea specifically that it's women, specifically that it's females, that just standing up for your friends, because standing up for your friends doesn't make you a hero if you're male. That's just the norm. That's what's expected of you, right? But if you're female and you stand up for your friends, suddenly you're a bitch, and suddenly you're out of line and out of your lane, and the haters jump on you. Something interesting about that. Something about that makes you unique and heroic and worthy of attention and thus worthy of hatred, which is really creepy. And again, sort of, it makes the haters a little bit more interesting when I think of them that way. As these people, creatures, monsters who tear people down because they're suddenly in the limelight. But it's not just that, it's the fact that the super simple actions of our Wonder Girls are enough to cause that hater response and cause these see no evils to jump out of their silence and into yelling and gnashing their teeth, right? They take off the mask of being a see no evil and reveal the true hater underneath. Pretty fucking cool. Also, cool. Let's get to the wake up scene. All of this stuff is great. Move over here. Our greatest objective is Wonder Egg Priority. Sick. I love that they've got the little fucking thing with Neru posing. It's also the best of the shots of all of them, and it's super cute. Okay, so this sequence.
愛ちゃん、ほら、朝ごはん食べるよ。昨日は大変だったの。ほら、起きて手伝って。
it's two things. It's one is like the shot timing and all that stuff, but it's also the voice actors timing. I wonder how many times they had to record this to get that flow to feel natural, because it feels just right. It feels so naturalistic and so like
わか
on
っ
the
た
money. And then down, and then cut.
愛ちゃん
Time passes. Get up. Get the fuck up. Okay. So, nice things, particular, precise, thinking, and then stabbing the thing. Yep. Why don't you have a talk with Sawaki-sensei? I'll think on it. Rika talking about stuff. Just that we enter in with Rika and Momo having a conversation that's, like, cute and like normal. She's talking about what makeup she wore to school or some shit. Tells us a lot about where these characters are at. You know, they were kind of at each other's throats last episode, so some time has passed and they're genuinely becoming friends. Also, just this moment where they all just sort of sit here and they're like, what is she doing? Why is she kicking stuff around? What is going on here? Is very friend-esque as well. You can imagine, like, yeah, all sorts of scenes like this. It makes perfect sense. Okay, gray skies. This episode is dominated by gray skies, and the entire color palette of the episode, minus the time spent in Wonderland and the time spent in Wonder Fight Land, is all gray skies. So we go gray skies into, we'll talk about it when we get there. Gray skies for the whole episode. What color are all the scenes with Sawaki-sensei in them? They gray, motherfucker. They gray. They desaturated, motherfucker. It's like Sawaki-sensei's presence drains the life out of Ai's world. And now the threat of, like, I have to go talk to Sawaki-sensei drains all the color out of her whole world. It's very clear what is got Ai, like, fucked up inside. It's the sky. And the sky is that way because of that. Oh, I love this moment. What's with those haters? And Rika says, who asked them to treat us like heroes? We're not doing this for fun. Of course, her defense against them is, Baka, it's not like I'm doing this to actually help people or to be a hero. I'm doing this for me. I'm just as selfish as the rest of you. Gosh, why won't anybody recognize me as the selfish bitch that I am? It's a very Rika. It's her shell. It's the way that she does her armor. It's her. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. They can't be reasoned with, sorry, and have some cool items. It's sort of like an apology, I guess? I don't know. They respond to body heat. They will open. They require imprinting. Rika with, I hope my baby's a hottie. What the fuck, man? What a horrifying thing to say. Jesus Christ. So trading and stuff, cool. Make it clear that I'm actually not invested in other people. Gosh. Character acting before Sawaki. But this part is more important first. So, is something wrong? What is it? Flash. Got back up this time. This moment is wonderful. It's really well done to be this shocking, because we see these cute little animals and we're like, okay, maybe it'll be bigger and cooler in the world. It's bigger. I don't know about cooler. It also has fucking like aviator not aviators. Aviators are like the glasses, but like, you know what I mean. Literally the kinds of goggles that real aviators wear. It just fully gulp. And somebody had a lot of fun drawing this. It's great. Envy and spite are their bread and butter. Holy crap. Why did you kill yourself? Because of the things that I can see. Unbelievably scary things that only I can see. And again, we don't have enough to know what she's on about, whether it's real. They thought I was crazy and put me in a hospital. You might be. What if she is? What if she's not? Right? We have to treat her. We have to decide how to treat her based on how we want to act toward her. Does that make sense? Like, if we deny the reality that she sees, then in many ways, are we any different from Asino evil? Right? If somebody tells us there is a problem and it hurts me, and we go, I don't see the problem, you're just on something, go to a mental hospital. Is that any different from my, like, a person in this company abused me, tried to rape me, and going, that's impossible, he's a nice guy? I don't see him being evil, so he can't be evil, right? It's not very different. It's almost precisely the same. It's just a different context because we've got a character where we can't validate what she's saying, right? When it comes to like every other wonder killer that we've had before, we're able to pretty quickly validate what's being said because the wonder killer pops up and is like, "Hi, I'm a fucking abuser. Come and fuck me." Like, you know, you wanted this. It's like, okay, we get it. Yeah, this guy's bad. Kill them. Easy peasy. Easy, put it away. The gym coach shows up and is like, "You gotta work harder, you suck." It's like, oh, okay, I get it. We gotta defeat this. This is a real problem. What if you can't see the evil? Well, do you choose, with no proof, to validate what somebody really believes is hurting them? Because the crazy thing about pain and emotional pain is if somebody believes that something is hurting them, it is. That's how we work. That's how humans are. If she sees monsters, she really is terrified of seeing monsters. Whether that's something that is real and really there or not. Hmm. A boss is coming. The transition into this scene is so crazy. So it's already here. This is crazy scary, the grab and throw. And then we cut fade into the bathtub, which we'll only get to at the end of the scenes. And we show up here. And Sawaki Sensei is here. The boss is already here. Gray, 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 gray. Brown, 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 brown. Gray, 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 gray. Why the bolo tie, dog? Throw the bolo tie away. Stop it. This is the scene that is so precise. Hesitation. And immediately they face each other, and there's like, you get this vibe off of it that really sets up what's going to happen. Please come. He's staying for dinner. Yeah, he's not just invading once a week anymore. He's invading your space permanently. Or more permanently. Sukiyaki. Yum yums. Her facial expressions are so right on the money. I feel weird about this. I don't know how to feel about this. This little moment where their fingers just touch at the bottom of the bowl. You know, if we were seeing this from Ai's mom's perspective, this would be a full shoujo romance anime, and the dreamy, like, high school teacher would be coming over, and she'd hand him the bowl, and their fingers would touch, and be like, ah, right? Like, this is a totally different scene. There's a fully other show that's going on over here, and that's amazing. Yeah, getting up, leaving. We are here to tell you something. And of course, that's what she thinks it is. Please just sit down. So she does. And there's this moment. Hesitate, 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 move. It's just right. We go for feet. Yamada style. Listen calmly, okay? Promise you won't be mad. Famous words right before a conversation gets really infuriating. Promise you won't be mad. I can't. I won't. Flip, flap, plop. Drop. Isolated. Oh, so very small. Thank you, framing and composition. We crush Ai's character into this little corner. She doesn't even get the comfort of being in a corner. She's off a little bit off center. She's right on a PowerPoint, too. Right on a 3 and a 3. Shoulders fall. Ah, it's so good. Silence, 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 silence. Of course, we're not going to do anything if you're not okay with it, but here's the problem. Ai doesn't have any proof or anything that's a real accusation, and so she can't say anything. And so the egg yolk spreads over the rest of her sukiyaki. Hard cut to Momo. How great! That sounds wonderful! This is the best! Yay, 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 yay! I'm not happy about this. Are you against it? You fought as hard as you could. I also said a bunch of things that were mean and lashing out. That's nice. And of course, Rika's like, yeah, girl, you got this. That's what you should do. Just tell your family that you hate them. That's the way to go. God damn it, Rika, you don't know shit. you don't know fucking shit. Why? But why? What's the real reason here? I mean that my uncle might have been involved, but that's impossible. So Momo goes, see no evil here. But is the threat real or is it not? Just like Yae's monster, is it real or isn't it? I don't get to know. Not about Sawaki-sensei. That mystery. They're holding those cards back. Okay, so Rika immediately jumps to the premise of he's probably going to be an abusive live-in younger boyfriend and going to hurt Ai. That's probably the problem. I don't think that's what Ai is thinking. But reasonable concern, honestly. And immediately, he wouldn't do that. But there are so many more complicated layers here, right? We know that Rika's mom makes terrible decisions, right? From Rika's own mouth, we know this, right? She has probably dated people who were super abusive. It tracks real well. Rika has probably been abused by mom's boyfriends before. Maybe sexually, maybe physically, maybe both. Who knows? We don't get to know. We don't need to know. But that gives Momo ammunition that's like, don't think that everyone is like your mom. And that's, shit. We build them all together and then we start inserting cracks in between all of them. Fighting. Yeah, so you think maybe Ai's mom is a decoy? No way, besides he knows Ai is my friend. He wouldn't do anything to a friend. Again, that doesn't track. That doesn't make any sense. It's just Momo jumping at reasons to defend her uncle because she loves her uncle. But Ai doesn't think it's like that, and I don't think it's like that. Not necessarily. But I just don't like not knowing about Koito. That uncertainty is the source of Ai's discomfort, and Momo can't grapple with it. She just can't. If they marry, you'll have to cover it for him. Unbelievable, I've heard enough. That's not what and she's out. And Akka and Ura-Akka are watching from the trash cans. Trash people. Gah. Sometimes family matters take precedence over life or death battles. But the way they say it is like, damn, these girls are not doing what we need them to right now. We need them to keep working. It's weird. We'll never know. And Neru goes for an Occam's razor, but a weird one, and hers is, I think, what if it gets real close? I like Sawaki too. This breaks Ai. Also, love the Rika face. Oh, yeah! God damn it. God damn it, Rika. I don't. And we cut over to here. I'm not your friend or anything like that. Imaginary friend, invisible. But the damage it causes is very real, right? Swinging at shadows. This is fully a metaphor for everything that I has been going through, trying to figure out Sawaki-sensei. Is he the cause of things? Is he a villain? Is he a monster? What is there? What is it? Swing, swing, swing. Whack, whack, whack. Doesn't hit anything, gets hit in return. Nothing. It's also about as brutal as we've gotten toward our characters. This is the fight. It's also a really great cut, and the camera swing with the punches is fantastic, and the ability to like watch from behind in a like 3 feet back POV and watch I actually fight this thing is super fucking cool. Also, just gonna put a note on this face because it's amazing. That one, that is an impact face. I have not seen anything quite that cool. I mean, it's awful, but that amazingly awful in a while. I don't know where I've last seen something that great. So, no, it's here. Don't kill that girl. Throw the beads. Again, they have to take an active role in their own thing and share something of themselves. Tick, 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 tick. Might have been involved. Tick, 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 tick. All the things that she doesn't want to necessarily see and can't quite know, and it comes out of the ether. The villain is there, it appears, and it's real. As long as you believe it's real. No, 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 no. I don't like him too. I don't. But is it true or is it denial? I don't know! This whole sliding cut is super sick. Grab, snap. Now I'm really mad. Whack. You can see me, miss. Yes, but I can't be your friend. I bet I was tough. You believe me. I only has her uncertainty. Yeah, I skipped some of my notes. So I only has the uncertainty around Sawaki-sensei. Part of the issue and part of the reason that abuse and rape and sexual assault are so vastly underreported is because very frequently, and this is true in college, this is true, I recommend looking up the organization 1 in 4, because it's an interesting organization that handles things like this, and does some interesting statistics on rape and sexual abuse. The biggest issue is the fear of retribution and the fear of like haters. When you accuse someone of some kind of effectively of being a real world villain, you say that somebody is a rapist and they are a real world villain, and they are. But when you do that, what you generally receive is not, oh, thank you for telling the world about this villain. What you receive is doubt. What are you trying to get out of this? Why are you trying to tear this person down? What's wrong with you? You receive that doubt. Those who speak out against abusers are often vilified for doing so, and often vilified for their bravery. This is simply true. It happens all the time, and Wonder Egg Priority has done a really good job so far of representing that. Characters like Miwa on the train, whose parents vilified her for calling out somebody in her father's company who molested her on a train, potentially raped her in an overnight car. Those who speak out are vilified for their bravery. And that's shit. And it puts you in a position where if you don't have true proof, and even then, even if you do, it's a very scary proposition to go and actually tell somebody. So, what do you do when report, contact, consult is scary? What if you're afraid to report? What if you fear the people you would be contacting? What if the people you consult with tell you to just keep it on the down low? What happens when the system that's supposed to support you doesn't? And that indeed is the question of Wonder Egg Priority, right? It also puts Aka and Ura Aka precisely in the same boat as the See No Evils and the systems that fail. Also, it's kind of weird that after experiencing the haters and all of those problems, Aka and Ura Aka's response is to give them some jewelry. Something about that just irks me. I get it that they're an anti-hater thing, but really? Okay. This line from Yae has has something to it. There's something to it that piques my curiosity and piques my interest. I didn't ask to be able to see you. Isn't that the case for all of these cases of abuse? If we take yaes as not a literal thing and more as a symbol, right? Like yae's whole sequence in this whole episode, more as symbolic. I didn't ask to be able to see you, abuser, causer of trauma. I wish that I could just be like the rest of the bystanders who doesn't know. That is precisely what I is feeling about Sawaki sensei. If only well, it's part of it. If only I could just see you as my teacher, as just a normal person. But I can't. I didn't ask to be able to see you this way. Why do I have to hurt? Because I know that you hurt people. Fuck. And we lay in the tub and consider. And it's not entirely clear what she comes to as conclusions. It's just not. But up she gets, and out she runs, and she grabs the things, and goes. And she runs through the rain. The whole episode has been cloudy skies, so our progression is gray skies, an emotional climax in a rainstorm, and then blue clarity at the end. But is it clarity? I don't know. And I don't know what those flowers are. And she decides to go to school. Also, the character acting in this scene is glorious. Cool. Going to school. Okay, this episode turned my brain inside out and then made it invisible, and I can't normally see my brain, but I have this feeling like I should be able to see it, and I can't. Thunk. Oh, what the fuck is happening? Still really into Wonder Egg priority. Has not gone off rails in the slightest. I don't know exactly what's happening, and I don't know exactly what everything represents anymore. It's gotten more complicated, and it's gotten weird and confusing, and I think that's part of the point, and I think it's kind of intentional so far, because, you know, I is our main point of view character for the most part, and she's fucking confused, so why wouldn't we be confused too? Regardless, I've run out of... I feel like there's more to talk about this episode. Let me put that out there. So, if there are things that I haven't talked about in this episode that you think are important and you want me to talk about, sorry. You can talk about them, though, and write them in a comment and put them in the comments, and then everybody can see them, and then there can be more discussion in the comments about them, which would be great. I feel like there's more to talk about in this episode, but there's just so much that I'm in overload state, and so I'm going to call it a wrap for now, because I've talked about all the things that are in my notes, which is everything, and that's all I have. But, fuck, what the hell? This show does things to me, and I don't know that I like them. But yes, I am going to wrap here. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Wonder Egg Priority Episode 6. Lots of tension. Intergroup tension, tension everywhere, tension within I. Jesus Christ, so much conflict within her. And now Mom and Mr. Sawaki are, I guess, gonna start dating because I isn't gonna say anything about it, right? Because she doesn't have any proof or really understand her own feelings. Okay. Me Teeaboo, this Wonder Egg Priority. See you next week for more. Yep. Peace.